Okay, so good morning everyone and welcome back in today's class. Okay, almost on the closer of the session now. Okay, so today we have major three topics to be discussed. Number one, that how you can create or what do you mean by the application scoping. Second, what do you mean by the ATF testing or ATF? And third, that if you are a business analyst, what are the responsibility or what point need to be taken care by your side when you going for a requirement gathering. Okay, so the first part basically is application scoping. Till now what we discuss is that which is given by ServiceNow to me. I use that in my account. ServiceNow give me ITSM. I'm using that incident, change, problem, request, knowledge. ServiceNow give me reports. I'm using the same as it is. Okay. Even though we are able to create our own tables as well. It is kind of an application that if I'm creating a table, I'm using it as an application as well. But let's take example. After seeing the service now, you say, Atul sir, I need something else in service now. I want to create my own application. ServiceNow give me a incident management, give me change management, problem management, request management. But I want to create a application for my brother business. Can I do that part in ServiceNow? Definitely yes, you can create your own application as well. And when we say application, it means I'm talking about the scope application. Scope means that the usage will be very limited to a set of people only. Okay, I am creating it for a specific purpose. It is not fulfilling for everyone. I am creating it for specific purpose, and the things which I done till now in my training, like table creation, field creation, portal changes, email notification, all the things I can do in the application scoping as well. Okay, now let me tell you that how you can check the application scoping. If you go here, okay, go to the setting button here and bring here this application. Okay, from where go to the developer. Okay, go to the developer and click on this show application picker in header. See, this one is gone, right? It is the same that we have done for our what I can say update set as well.
Updates.
Right, correct. So as of now, if you can see, ServiceNow give me a lot of applications. Sorry, this one is scoping part. Yes. So this is my scoping part. That ServiceNow create the different tables, different modules, different applications in different application scoping. So you can see here, like I have a field service spoke, field service map. I want to do for HR application. Because the thing is that if you put everything in under the global, see, if I talk about the scoping part in our C++, C or Java coding, you define the variables that the scope of this variable only to this particular application or particular module or particular function only, right? So that
Yes.
anyone cannot use that. If they want to use, they need to be I need to be declare that variable or the function or the application or the module outside the global part, right? So the same thing service now done. So they created different application, like HR is also one application. ITOM, which we're going to be discussed very soon, is one of the application for me. Performance analysis is application for me. Open frame application for me. Predictive intelligence application for me. So now what we'll do, we will create one application for ourselves now. I will tell you that how this application can be created. Okay. Now the second point is that where you can get the application or where you can host your application. We go to Google Play Store, we download WhatsApp, we download VLC, we download XYZ app. It means WhatsApp or the Google has host their application on the system called the Play Store. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So in the same manner, when we created our application, right, then we need to be host to that, and we host that application, or I'll not say the host is the right word. We will place that application in the ServiceNow app, Play Store, kind of a Play Store we can say. Okay. So in the next 20-30 minutes, I'll tell you that how you can create the application, your custom application. Okay, remember, if you purchase a flat from a builder, what you do, you go, saw the flat, you pay the amount, and you get registered on your name. Is this mean that builder did not hire the labor class? Builder did not hire the interior person? Builder did not hire for the fabrication? Builder also hired the same thing. The only thing is that he just taking money from you to pay all these things. Now everything we will do, if you want to build your own house, then what you will do, you purchase the land, you go to the architect, you contact with the builder or some other labor kind of person, you contact with the plumber, you contact with the electricity guy, right? So all this action will be taken care by you now. Earlier everything was taken care by the builder only. Okay, so here I'll tell you that how you can create your custom application. There are two ways. Either you can go here, create app, or either now in the Cubic release, ServiceNow introduced the app engine. Application, or let me search with the engine. See, App Engine Studio. Studio means, did you guys work on the Eclipse anyway? It's a tool or the interface for Java development things.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the same way, ServiceNow give me a studio. Okay, and that studio means that you are getting everything in the studio, starting from the table creation till the deployment. You will get everything on the studio itself. So I click on the App Engine Studio. App Engine, why? Because this App Engine is now platform product. It is not coming under ITSM or ITBM or ITOM. No, it is now create functionality. They customize, they develop the things for their own purpose. Okay, that is the reason I'm saying it's App Engine. Now it's asking, hello, Mr. This, how do you want to get started? You want to create your own application. I say I want to create my own application. So what you need to do when you create an application? Number one, you need a table. You want to add some, what I can say, portal. And number three, you can do the some workflow. Okay. Now they customize or they give a lot of functionality to the user. That suppose you want to create, let me show you the templates. You want to create an application for emergency alert. This is, don't worry, I'm giving you the template. Just use that template and create your own application. It means template means I'm giving you the basic stuff. You can follow and you can create your own application. So this much functionality ServiceNow giving to their customer now. But I will tell you that how you can create your own application. Go to home, create app. What is your app name? I say my app name is functional batch. Okay, description you want to put, I say no description I want to put. Let me put the same thing here. Okay, you can put a logo here. If you want to put, let me put a logo from here. See, it is easy for we guys to be understand now. That is the purpose ServiceNow giving us a lot of new functionality here. Okay, continue. This is you just give a name of your app. Your app is not created. It doesn't mean that your app has been created. No. Because if you want to create an app, that required some table on the place. So it say, okay, what else you want to add in an app? I say I want to add data, experience. So this is the process they are saying. So you can see here, data, experience, automation, security, and launch. I say, let me go to my data part. Create dashboard. Let's see what happened in my dashboard. Okay. When I click on the dashboard, I can see that this is my application name. Now I need to create a table. We know that how to create a table, right? Either you can go here tables, but that is a custom table. And this is called the scope application table. I show you the difference here. Whenever you create a table, now they are seeing that upload a spreadsheet, create from the existing table. It means I want to create from the task table or create from the scratch. Generally, when we create a scope application, we create the on table as well from the scratch. Click on the create from scratch. So this particular topic is kind of a revision for the different terms which we done. Sorry, continue here. Table name. I'll say functional is my table name. And as soon as I see what it's showing X. And if you create a table here, what it indicates, how it start? It start with, tell me it start with U underscore. That is means that is a user defined table, and this is a custom table. Sorry, it is a scope application table. The scope, the usage of this particular table is very limited here. Mark extensible. What do you mean by the mark extensible? In the table we remember, right? Mark extensible means that do you want this table will be used for extension to the other tables? If you say yes, if you say no, that will be fine. Auto number, which I am getting on my incident table. Click here. What auto number should be there? I say it should be start with snow 1007, right? So this is the correct. At least two table ka naam should be like this only. Then this is able to do it. Okay. Then continue. Clear till this point? Any doubt? Any question?
Oh, clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Clear.
Now your table has been ready. We still did not put anything in the table. I did not create any field. Because you can do that part now if you want to do, because without field, what the purpose of the creating a table? If you want to edit a table, click edit here. Because it's showing the field is equal to 0. It means no field has been defined here. And remember one thing, that this is a scope application. Okay, remaining work you want to do, welcome. Next, get started. See, it's showing that these many fields are available as out of the box. Do you want to use this? I said yes. Sorry, not these many fields. These are the out of the box field given by ServiceNow on your table called the functional training. If you want to add more, click add new. The same thing which we did in the table. I say batch name, column name, batch name, that's fine. What you want? Type. I want it should be, start typing should be text or a single text. It may be string. String. I say it should be string. If you say it's a reference, let me put it as a reference. Let me put a reference. Which table you want to make it as a reference? I say it should be reference of the user table, sys user table. Okay, now I click here. See, user max length 32, default value. I said default value should become tuk tuk. Default value.
Atul, reference is what when it says user reference?
Reference means, okay, if I show you here. Incident. This is my reference table. Field name is caller, and from where it's showing me the data. Showing me the data from the user table. That is a reference for me.
Okay.
This is the reference one. Okay. So you can put your things accordingly. I say, okay, I'm done for the same. Let me click on the save. Okay. Now, what is the next part I need to be take care? It's done. That's fine. Now I can go here. Open this. And I go to the experience. Experience says that do you want to create any portal for your user? Anything you want to create, that is experience, basically user interface. They are saying this is add experience, start on the front end and by adding interface. I said, boss, I don't want any portal for my users. They're happy because they would just send an email to me and I will do the needful for them. That is the thing. So if you want, you can create a interface as well. Experience, click here. What you want a portal, you want it for your users, fulfiller users, or you want to create a mobile application or some catalog item. I say I want a portal. Simple. I'm just giving the example here. Click here. Now my portal has been created. Okay.
सर पोर्टल एंड कैटलॉग आइटम एक ही है ना?
नहीं 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 नहीं
सर हमारे पोर्टल पे ही तो कैटलॉग आइटम्स होते हैं.
तो फिर एक कैसे हुई? चाय और कॉफी एक है क्या?
नहीं.
नहीं ना, बट दोनों है तो पीने की चीजें, एंड दोनों ही आप मॉर्निंग इवनिंग आफ्टरनून कभी भी पी सकते हो. और दोनों को कॉफी, दोनों को एक टाइम का है, टी टाइम मींस आइदर यू कैन टेक अ टी और आइदर यू कैन टेक अ कॉफी, राइट? Portal is the place where these things has been put it down. Catalog item is the one which you are going to be order. Okay.
Yes sir.
That is the thing. Fine. So if you want, see, it's showing in the custom URL, this one. This is my custom URL for my portal. And who can access? I say anyone can access, no worries. Continue. My portal has been created. Let me show you. Dev. Sorry. See, this is my custom portal has been created now. Clear? So two-step has been taken care. You want to add anything? It is to see, this is a completely customized application. You can do anything for yourself. Now I go for the experience again. Done. Do you want to add any automation? Under this automation means, do you want to add any kind of a workflow? If someone raise an incident in my portal, it should land to this particular group. I say yes, I want to do the automation as well. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to build it from the scratch, means you can create your own workflow from the flow designer as well, or you want to use some inbuilt system. See, do you see the symbols? These symbols. It means this is a ServiceNow app symbol. These workflow are built by ServiceNow, and it is on their app studio, not on the simple. You cannot search in the application navigator. You need to be download from the app studio only. Okay, so if you want, you can create it. I say no, I want that if someone raise any incident, it should be come to specific group. Intention of this session is basically to tell you that how a custom application can be created. Very simple. Okay. Choose a table to trigger your workflow. Definitely, if I'm working on my custom table, I will do that part only. Continue. I say because I'm using out of the box automation. I say when any VIP user send an email to me, it should be assigned to admin training group. For other user, it should be go to the agile group. Done. You can create this by your own as well. Let me put my name. If you want to see some show advanced rules, any production user who can initiate all these things you remember that we done on our workflow or the flow designer, right? I say role, run role with ITL. Done. My automation has been done now. So suppose if someone is raising an incident from here, report an issue, and he is the VIP user, it will be linked to the specific group. Urgency 1, this, and submit. Because I log in from the tuk and I am not a admin. I'm sorry, I'm not a VIP user. So I'm able to, sorry, my ticket will not assign to that particular group. Done. This is the number which you put. Okay, wait, I did not open this BT201. Okay, let's come to this part now. Error, read access to sys user group not granted. Oh, I did not give this access to this. No problem. Let me go further now. Okay, security, that who can make changes in your system. That is a security purpose. And finally, I'm on the launching part. Okay, before we go further, any question and doubt till this point? Tejal, Ishwari, Shilpi, Anjan.
No, sir.
All clear, right? We are on the smooth way that what we learned earlier, we are doing the practice in here now. Right?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Now I'm going to launch my application. It's giving me error, right? Submit. Ready to launch. Once your app is approved, it will be live and ready to use. Okay, but why I'm not able to do that part? I guess I'm getting that error, right? CC user access. Let me add it here. Let me add a rule here. Okay, so if you want to make any changes here, you require the elevated role to make a modification, right? I need to go and give my elevated role to myself. I give it. Let me reload this. Maybe my groups don't have access to this application. That's why I'm getting the sys user group error. Okay. Okay, functional. Okay. अरे दिया तो you need to resolve elevated tool दे तो दिया ही. Let me say who can create, read, write and delete my data. Functional training. All these people can do this part. The person who has this role can do all these things here for me. Let me click on the save here. What happened? We got some error, right? This. Okay, leave it. So, did you guys understand everything here, or any doubt, any question on this point? Tejal, Ishwari, Shilpi, any doubt, any question? clear here? Okay. Now I show this thing. We created this incident. Let me go here and search here. अरे यार. It will not come in the incident table. Sorry. Anyone know that where this gone? Global search. It is here only incident. This is what we created, right? Just now.
सर हमने सिस्टम प्रॉपर्टी से डिसेबल किया था ना ग्लोबल सर्च.
Right. Okay. So incident has been created here. If you see here, all the details which I am looking is there. Okay. So by this way only, I'm not sure that why it's giving me error here. Okay, there's some group or role is missing, I guess. Okay. Once we're done, it will be published. It will be submit here. There's an error. What is showing? कहाँ गया वो? There's an error while retrieving application deployment and contact admin. Okay, maybe something is wrong here. Maybe in the automation or something is wrong here. That is, I'm not able to launch it. When I launch it, it will be published. When it is published, it will be available for use to everyone. But now I'm sure that you get the idea that how you can create your custom, not custom, scope application. It is a scope one. And now I tell you one thing, how you can say it's a scoping one, because you see here, the scoping is showing functional batch. कहाँ गया हमारा functional batch? Let me change the scope here. Let me show you one more thing. Because I have an admin rights, okay, otherwise it gives me a pop-up here that your application is another this thing scope. You cannot make a changes here. Like I'll show you something here. Business rule. These are very high level development work, and high level development stuff need to be understood. Let me pick up something on the HR table. Now I click on this. I'm just showing one example here. See what it's saying. This record is in the human resource core application. It means the scoping of this is basically in this application, but you are in this field service scope. To edit this record, click here. So it means, like take example, you are on the airport, okay, you having a ticket for a connecting flight, but by mistake you are entering in a okay, another example. Earlier we have just cinema hall, right? One cinema hall, that's all. Now we have a multiplex, multi-screen. You buy a ticket for the hall number 3, but you are entering in the hall number 2. As soon as you scan your ticket on the hall 2, it gives you a pop-up. Sorry, you are in the wrong hall. Your movie, the desired movie you want to see is in the hall number 3. That is called the scoping part here. I can make a change for what I did. Okay. I can make a change for this easily by two ways. Either I should change my scoping. It's a human resource core application. And the page will be reload. See, now everything has been editable for you because this is in the right scope you are. Got the point? Clear? Any doubt? Any question?
No, sir.
Ishwari, Tejal, Shilpi, Anjan.
Okay.
All good, sir.
All understand, right? Nothing hard here. Even though it is a device for all the concept which we done. right? Okay, so if this thing has been taken care, let me mark it as a green. The second topic which we are going to be discussed now is basically on the ATF part. Okay, now take example. Specifically, Shilpi, I'll talk from your perspective. Okay, when you work as a in the testing domain, what is the prime role or responsibility you have to be take care? Can you answer me?
Uh, Prime responsibility, I mean, the functionalities should work in a way that is supposed to work.
Before that, suppose I am giving you, okay, Shilpi, this is the product. You have to do the testing. What the steps you follow, or how you start the working?
First, we go through the documentation, I mean, manual
Okay,
testing.
fine.
Then we read I mean, all the details about the functionalities or the whatever we need to do the test of that web application.
Okay, done. Then next.
Then we do hit and trial. I mean, we try to give some inputs, like for username and all box. We
Okay,
try to give some
okay.
inputs. We have
Then
to
then
see whether it works or
then
not. And then if it works, fine, okay. And if it doesn't work, we need to log a defect for that.
okay, wait. I'm looking for a specific answer, Shilpi, here. And you did not tell that when you get a document, you write the test cases as well.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. That is a base for the testing, right?
Right.
And if I say you want to test a login page, what step you will follow for the testing? Guys, listen, everyone, please listen. What step you will follow?
That will all depend upon the what all test
Simple.
cases we have.
Simple. I have a login page. Okay. And I ask Shilpi to write the test case for the login page only.
The first
What
test
step
case
you will
would be
mention?
the first step would be that URL mentioned that should I mean it's in the bar it should come out.
Okay. Second step.
And next, all the functionalities or all the fields should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is mentioned on
Okay.
the page.
Third point.
Third point, with the specific field, I mean, again, different test cases for the specific field, like username or password.
Fourth point. Fourth point.
Uh,
Okay. Let me simplify your work now. Okay. I want to test a login page. According to me, these will be the steps. Definitely, you are more experienced in that area, so you can correct me. Number one, open the URL, enter the username, enter the password, enter the submit button. Result, user should be able to log in, right?
right,
So when I say enter the username, enter the password, enter the submit button, this is also the step, right?
right,
If you missed out, my user say, boss, sorry, you did not mention this thing. I cannot understand the test case. Now all these things has been automated in the service now, and we call this concept as the ATF, automation testing framework. Okay, two major concepts we're going to be discussed here. One is called the, let me show you here, ATF. Okay. Let me show you ATF. Yep, this one, ATF. So I have two major things. Number one, I have a suite. Number two, I have a test cases. Suite means that I want to do a testing for overall picture. Run the test cases, how a mobile phone operate. That is my suite. How the dialing working is one of my test case for the same. If I dial more than 10 digit, will it be able to call? Will it be give me some error? If I dial less, I put less than 10 digits, will my call will be go or no. Okay, so these things are important to understand. It's again a very wide, very vast concept in ServiceNow. But this is newly introduced approximately 2 or 3 releases back. So people are still learning this part. Now what we'll do, we will create a simple test case to submit a incident. That will give you the overview that how the ATF actually work in the system. Okay. Any doubt, any question till this point?
No.
Tejal, Ishwari, Shilpi, Anjan.
Good, sir. Good.
Now what I'll do, I'll click on the test here. Okay. ServiceNow give me a lot of out of the box test as well. I'll click on the new. My test number, functional testing. Active, sorry, let me change the application scoping. Let me go for the global part. Otherwise, it will not work properly for me. Okay. Functional test. You can put any description here, what you want to put it. Okay. Save here. And now the important things for you guys. It says test step. When I say test step, it means even click on the enter button is one of my test step. Right, Shilpi? By entering username or the password doesn't mean that my login is successful unless I will click on the enter or submit button. Right? That is the job of a tester, right?
Yeah.
Now I'll start adding the test cases. Now the question comes, Atul, do we need to write all these things here? Then what is the purpose of the ATF? No. Click on the add test step. See the beauty of the module here. It says what you want to do. I say I want to open a form. Search here. See, if you want to search work on the form, click form. What do you want to do? Open a new form, open a existing record, set field validation, UI action, attachment, button, UI action. I want to open a form. Same thing you mentioned. If you want to do the testing for an incident, go to application navigator, click on the create new incident. I click on the open new form and click on the next. Right, execution order. Step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I say it will be 1 only. Okay. Form UI, keep it as a standard UI, nothing to be worried on that part. On which table you want to run this test case? I want to run this on my incident. Wait, let it be open. Incident. Okay. Incident here. Okay. View. Do you want to test from the default view or some specific view? I say I want to go for the default view. If you did not mention, it will be take a default view for you. Like this. Okay. Now click on the submit here. Clear this point till this point. Any doubt, any question? Let me open this in the side manner. Okay. When I want to create an incident, what I need? Caller as a mandatory, contact type as a mandatory, and short description as a mandatory. Right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Now I click on the add step 2. My form has been open. What I need to be next? set my field value. The same thing you mentioned the test case, right? In the Excel sheet, open incident form, fill the value of the caller, contact type, short description, priority, urgency, click on the submit button, right? This thing we do,
Yes.
right? So ServiceNow are giving me this functionality out of the box. Boss, click on the set value. Okay. And when you want to run this, insert after. I say after first step only. Okay. Execution step 2, that's fine. Set field value. I want, what I need to submit this incident, what minimum things I required. I need caller, contact type or short description, because these are mandatory. Without this, I cannot submit. You click on the submit here. You cannot submit because these three are mandatory. It means if I want to do a testing for my incident form, I need to give at least these three value on the first place. So I'll put short description. Let me put the caller. Shilpi. Put the contact type as a phone. If you want to put any other, you can put, definitely you can put, because to save this minimum, to save this incident, I need these three values. So I'm putting that. Let me click on the submit. What next you write in the test case? What happens? Some fields dependency on the other fields are being set up to keep your test stable. Break out the following field subsequent step value, caller ID. Okay, why it's saying? It's saying that why you're putting the caller ID here, because caller will become automatically by the login user. Okay, so let me remove this part. I said okay, let's remove this particular portion here, and now let me click on the submit. It done now. What is the next step? Shilpi, form open ho gaya, we put the value. What next?
We'll put values and then click on submit button.
Click on submit button, right? So let's put a step number 3. Submit a form. Submit here. Simple, submit a form, that's all. Submit. Now what we'll do? Let me so suppose my test case is ready now. Okay. Now I want to run my test case. First test case is ready, right? Let me click on the run test. Test runner means definitely you know that the load runner, the test runner is there, the where this test will be run automatically, or the place or the engine which run my test case. I say run test here. So it open a new window for you. It's performing your test cases now. Waiting for test to run. Currently executing as tuk-tuk. Connected status yes. UI batch. See, my incident has been created. Contact type. This is the first one. Open a new form, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So can you see the things which I need on the testing? It set the value for the contact type phone. It's rollback somehow. Let me go here. It's fail here. Why? Go to the results. It opened the form. It did not set the caller value. It set the value for the this thing. Now go to results. Let me see why it's be rollback. Why it's be fail here. Go to results. See, it's saying successfully set. Short description. Successfully set. Contact type. Failure. Unable to set the field company to the value. Field company is not present on the form. And here's a screenshot of my failing case. Click here to see this. Open it. Okay, and step 3 results. It's failed in the second place. Unable to set a field to the company field. Company field हम full करना भूल गए. Field company is not present on the form. It is mandatory. It's gone. Let me open that incident one. Okay. See, company is mandatory, but it is not available on the form. So it give me the error now. Let's do one thing. Let's go to my tests here. See, again.
अतुल सर,
हाँ जी
कंपनी अतुल सर,
हाँ जी हाँ जी
कंपनी मैंडेटरी है, बट हम जो टेस्ट कर रहे हैं वो तो कोई एक कंपनी पकड़ के टेस्ट करेंगे ना सर.
हाँ तो we did not set that value ना.
अच्छा, वो डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू मेरे को सेट करना ही पड़ेगा.
करना ही पड़ेगा. How it's no.
ओके.
Let me put company here. See, can you see this? अरे यार स्कूपिंग गलत था रन करने के लिए. Wait, now I think we are all done. Click update. The following mandatory fields: field value, values and field values. Let me put the company here as well. Now you can see here one more thing which is important here. I want that company should become of the caller only. If Atul Grover belong to company X, so that company should become automatically here. What
Exactly.
I can,
Yes.
what I can do that part. So for this thing, I have this particular symbol. Click here. I don't have a caller field here. Let me add a caller here as well. Then I'll add a company here, caller, and now I'll add company here. Caller. Why it's not taking the caller? Okay, let me take a caller value here. User table nahi hai kya? Okay. Let me take tuk tuk as a caller. Okay. I want that company should become from the tuk tuk only. Why it's not giving me error? Oh, question here. Wait guys, let me try to save this first. Because these symbols indicates that what are the dependency errors. Maybe something we did put wrong. Into subsequent set value, break out this value. It's not taking any value as well. Yeah, let me put a service now as well. And let me remove this field. It's automatically come. Save. Okay. Now let me go back to my functional test. Open record. Okay, and run my test. All the best. Let's see what happened. It's say running in that place. I said okay, run in that only. It's starting executing here. It's executing my steps. Let's see what happened. Till now, any question, any doubt? Definitely, Shilpi, by seeing this, you can understand the work you are doing earlier is almost reduced now. No need to rewrite the same test case again and again and again and again. Again, it's failed. It's rolled back. Let's see what is going wrong here. Go to results. Unable to set company value. This field company is not present on the form. Okay, I need to bring that field on the form level first. Form layout. So one thing is clear. You cannot do the testing on a field which is not available on the form. Arey yaar, my scoping is always be changing. Test case failure. Okay, maybe I need to be checked. We need to be create again fresh one because somehow our scoping has been changed again and again. See, it's again giving me error. I want to change the global section. Yeah. Okay. Company. Okay, and let me bring.
सर तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि
See, company is mandatory here. Now let run this test case. Bull engine.
हाँ, तो ये जो टेस्ट केस करने से पहले वी हैव टू डिफाइन द स्कोपिंग आल्सो. जैसे
हाँ,
मतलब
स्कोपिंग हमने डिफाइन किया ना ऊपर.
हाँ,
Now let me run my test. Not sure, yeah, what something we did wrong in the beginning, I guess. But no, let's see. Run test cases. Let me open in the new window. Sorry, I just see where my runners are been running here. It should work now. Let it be run. So by this way you can do, I'll show you one more thing here. Okay. Now, if suppose if this is not running or some issues there, I'll tell you that if you say, Atul, I want to work on the same incident in the next test step as well, or the next test case as well, how I can do that part. So in this case, we will retrieve this record so that I can do that part. See, if you want to do end-to-end testing, definitely you will not get multiple incidents. You will get one incident and you will continue with the same only, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So same thing we will do now, because one thing is important to be tell you or show you here that I would like to be take it now. Oh, bhai. Let me cancel some pending steps. Not this one. There's nothing is pending. Then again, I'm getting error. Wait, let close all the pending steps first. Okay. Cancel it. And now I'll run it again. Let's wait for this thing. Waiting for browser to pick up this test and roll back. It takes time. The thing is that the benefit of this particular thing is that you can write a test case and schedule it. Then it will run automatically on the given time frame. That is the only best point it can be taken. Okay. Second part is that why ATF has been used, because in case of regression testing, no need to be write the test case again and again. You already have a test case with you. You already have a suite with you. Go and do that part. समझे? Clear? कोई doubt, कोई question here? Yeah. Okay, it's running. And one more important point is that if it is what I can say, not working properly, you can put the timeout as well. That after 60 seconds, if it's not responding, let it be, cancel it. That thing also you can take care. Setting field value. Hope everything should go fine. See, service now, phone, caller is still not becoming. Maybe it come automatically when we save it. In my next training, I'll reset my complete instance. See, it's not taking the caller here. It's all back. Maybe what we can do here, let me set the caller value as well. And then I'll show you. Because until this will not save, now I cannot show you the next step, which I want to show you actually. It is interesting or not? Shilpi, what do you say?
Yeah, I can find it similar to the automation testing.
Yes, this is automation only. That is a automated.
Right, right.
Okay, let me put the caller as well now. Update. And now let me run this. Why it's going to keep your test break out the field in step as caller ID. No. Invalid update. Don't know, something we done wrong, or maybe some business will be done in the background. It's not saving it. Okay, it's saved. Let me go to my test. We'll give a last try, and otherwise I'll show you one more thing here. Not sure why it's changing the scoping and again and again. Run test. Again, it's starting now. Open the form. The best part is that everything is recorded here. All screenshots will be taken care by service now. Again, it's not putting the caller ER. Contact, company, take caller. No. Something goes wrong. Let me put a caller here. Okay, something wrong, guys, here. Really sorry on that part. But what I want to show you, let me go here. I'll reset my instance after this training, definitely. Okay. What I want to show you is that, let me take a change. Okay. Change request normal, on hold, change request, normal change request creation. Let's take this. It's already false actually. Okay. So what I want to show you here, that we have a multiple actions here. I want to test a test case, not from the admin, from other users. So I have a functionality called the impersonate as well. So things which you can see here, this impersonate, I can do that part from the automation testing. Okay. Record inserted. Okay, now it is important. Suppose if I take example, my change has been done. My change has been what I can say, saved properly in the system. Okay. Now I want to open that change. I want to do some performance. So what it say, there's an operation called the open an existing record. Okay. How this work? Let me show you. If I place this part, I will get an option of this symbol here. ये वाला symbol जो होता है, ठीक है? ये वाला. What this means say that कौन से step पे, on which step you created the incident and you want to open it now. If you see the flow designer, the same thing we done in the flow designer as well. right? Let me open it here and show you. Incident, this is created by me yesterday, not this one. Incident creation, self-service, no. Test verify, workflow, assignment. Let's see if I can show you this thing. Actually, this is a production policy for me. Record update, insert set value, open and existing record. Can I make a change here? Okay, it's saying go to the this one. Let me go to the incident ATF test. Let's go to that application, then it is easy for me to show you. You are adding a record in the incident cannot run because it's inactive. This is root only production. Service now give us this thing. Let me copy this test completely. हाँ भाई हाँ चल. I want to, the point which I want to show you that is important here. Okay, so this is my incident wala part. Let me add a step here. I want to work on the existing record. Open an existing record. Click here. The thing is that how it will fetch my record, that is important. Suppose I want to work on a incident which is already created. See, it's showing by this symbol. Click here. It's saying on these steps you created something new. What you want? Submit a form. I say click submit a form. यहाँ पर जो रिकॉर्ड बना है वो रिकॉर्ड मेरे लिए लेके आओ. स्टेप 6 में जो रिकॉर्ड बनेगा, दैट रिकॉर्ड आई नीड टू परफॉर्म दिस एक्शन नाउ. Got the point here or not? ईश्वरी, तेजल, शिल्पी, अंजन.
ये वापस रिपीट कर दीजिए तो.
सिंपल पॉइंट है, यू आर डूइंग अ टेस्टिंग. In the test case 1, you mentioned to create an incident record. Okay, the record has been created. In step number 6, you want to do some operation on the same incident. What you will write in your test case? Pick up the incident record created in the test case step 1, right? You will write this thing in your test case. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Shilpi, from your side, I need a yes or no.
Yes.
Right? So same thing, service now giving me the out of the box. It say if you want to work on any record which is created as part of your step earlier, you can call it here. You should only know that on which step that record has been created. So I know that has been created on the step number 6. And by this way, I can do that part. Maybe I can click 14 number. 14 पे big record बनेगा. I say I need that number. So by this way you can call it easily. Means it is again to know which test case which incident number I need to be worked to remove that particular problem. Service now give me this particular stuff. Got the point now? Any doubt, any question? So same thing they done. Let me show you. Open an existing record. Step number 6. They're saying when I'm submitting a form, I want on the step number 7, open the same record again. So what they say? See, record, step number 6. And how it's come to know? He just click on this icon. He say, okay. यहाँ पर impersonate किया, यहाँ पर impersonate किया, but यहाँ पर मैंने form submit किया. I submit my form actually. Okay, guys, I need a break for 5 minutes immediately. Okay, you can take break and we'll back by 9:53.
Okay.
So Tejal, any doubt, any question, any concern? Anjan, Tejal, Ishwari,
Good sir.
good na? Just half an hour more, we will be closing the other topic as well. Okay, so everybody's back. Ishwari and Tejal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. शिल्पी तो ड्रॉप नहीं करना था actually. Okay, so in the meantime, let's discuss these things. So basically, what ATF do? ATF help you to automate your steps, automate your test cases actually. That is the main purpose of the ATF here. And I'm sure that by seeing all this, by seeing this complete testing framework, you came to know that this is actually a good functionality given by ServiceNow to us. But still, many things you cannot test from ATF as well. User interface you cannot test. That is the one thing. You cannot test interface here. Okay. What we did yesterday is basically on the task table, right? Let me go to my tables. Yesterday, what we did the dictionary override. Let me remove the dictionary override. Maybe then we are able to save our test case. Table in the meantime. Tejal, could you please call Shilpi if she can join? Let me check yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Right. We done some dictionary override. I'm sure that is the creating problem for us. Any doubt, Anjan? Any clarity you need till this point?
No, sir. I think so. All clear.
All clear, right?
It's a good functionality, in fact.
Yes.
काफी समय बचा दिया है मतलब टेस्टर्स लोग के लिए.
Even not for a tester, it is helpful for the business analyst as well.
And I now I remember जैसे कि जब हमारे मॉड्यूल्स अपग्रेड्स होते थे तो हमको नोटिफिकेशंस आते थे वो टेस्ट केसेस के लिए. सो ऑल टुगेदर अगर आप टेस्ट नहीं करते हैं तो वो रिमाइंडर ईमेल्स या नोटिफिकेशंस आपको आते हैं कि भाई ये टेस्ट करके तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो लॉग आता है.
राइट.
काफी सारे ऑटोमेटेड फंक्शनैलिटीज इसके अंदर इनबिल्ट किए हुए हैं.
Right. That is the thing which need to be understand here actually.
Right.
It is good. I can say it is a good functionality that we are be doing here. Even though it's not save a time for the tester. You see, yesterday we were discussing about the upgrades, right? Right, Tejal, Shilpi, and Ishwari. Thanks, Shilpi, for joining quickly. I'll tell you the reason why I'd put a break immediately without any notice. Okay. So the thing is that we are so okay. Any doubt, any question till this point, so that we can proceed further. Shilpi, Tejal, Ishwari.
No doubts, sir.
Shilpi, all clear? Okay. So the thing is that where we want to use ATF actually. So yesterday we were discussing specifically on that part, upgrade and updates. Okay. So when we go for upgrade and updates, it is required for us to do the complete testing again. so that we should be able to conclude, yes, everything is working as expected. And in that cases, instead of writing a lot of test cases again and again, better we use the, what I can say, ATF on that place. I know that these are the standard ways to perform incident testing. I know these are the standard ways to perform the change testing, problem management testing. So I write that, and then after upgrade, I use my ATF for the same. Okay. Yesterday I post 3 or 4 documents. Important. This first one is important. That is advanced one. If you are able to see on my screen, customer is also one of the important part. And these things. Okay, this is not required. This is required. Basically, Tejal and Ishwari, for you guys, professional development. Read this document actually. You will get a little more clear picture on this part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yesterday we had a question that where ServiceNow data center has been installed. The all detail you will get in this document, advanced architecture. Okay, so read this document. Let me show you to open it here. And then we proceed to the next topic. Here. Okay. Okay, in the meantime, let me close this topic from my side. This one. ATM. Okay, now come here. Okay. If you scroll down, and you can see here, these are the data centers. For the actual 11 data center, they have the 10 backups in the background. For every data center, they have a backup as well. So you can see these many places ServiceNow data center has been placed. Nobody will ask this question. But if you're going for a client side on the first or second discussion, then they can ask you this thing. And how the backup and taken care? Advanced availability is down actually. Yep. Performance, backup and recovery. After every 24 hours, they take a backup and they retain for 28 days. After that, ServiceNow has no responsibility on the same part. So read this document. It is actually very good. It will give you very insights of the ServiceNow. ServiceNow as a tool, it will give you the insights. Okay, Ji. All clear till this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me stop the recording and let's start a new session now.